Hi, it is the time for the discussion based on the meditation matrix books. So today I like to share with you on the 4-layer model, which is model human, and then the calmness awareness map, so that we know clearly where we are, okay, or the locations where we are, the state of us, and then also different meditation solutions have its positions within the calmness and awareness map, or calmness versus awareness map. So this book, even though now it is called Meditation Matrix, when I start to read the book, the title is actually Human Intelligence with Meditations. So this book is actually targeted like a human operating manual. Like if you buy a car, there's the car operating manual, but we don't come with a human operating manual. So this book actually is intended for that. And however, the titles get too long and so forth, then it's easier to just name it Meditation Matrix with matrix. You know, matrix means model, right? So we are using a lot of models to help us to meditate. And actually, it is for understand us human, because meditation is just a tools, okay? Now, so for past few days, I have been talking with different friends, you know, who do meditations around the world. And one of the conclusions or opinion comes up from many people around the world is, why don't we teach this kind of stuff in our junior high school? The 4-layer models, the mind layer models, and the calmness awareness map to the junior high school. If we learn that before, if people learn that, that means they have a much better handling on their body, mind, and they can achieve more and actually can handle this body better, because this is a science, okay? So many friends has been discuss with me, chat with me on this. That's why today I want to start with the 4-layer models, okay? Now, human is complex, okay? And as you can see, people who practice meditations, doing like the Chinese healing art, Qigong, and get spiritual and everything. Seriously, if you look at the repeatability of people who practice this thing, and then the effectiveness of generating result, that's pretty low, okay? That's pretty low. Like a teacher, if they teach 100 students, how many do you think will get up to a certain level, and how many will be able to repeat what they practice or getting the same result, and how many can actually really progress? The answer is, after at least 4 decades I'm in this business, looking at all this thing, is very rare that people can repeat and those kind of stuff, unless that this is a born talented people, okay? Otherwise it's just repeat or reciting scriptures. So say the 4-layer model, right? the physical body, the mind, the breathing, the energy neural, okay, energy neural network, or energy nervous systems, okay. Each of them, each layer means something to us human. And in fact, if we know each layer, it serves like a sensor implanted in our body. So we know, oh, my physical is in this state. My mind, mental is in this state. My breathing is in this state. My energy neural is in this state. And if one knows this daily, you know, when we live daily, 24 hours per day, 7 weeks, 365 days, we can actually sense things happen within our body and mind and energy. If we do not know that, there is no way we can sense it. It's just like if we don't have a sensor, we will not be able to know what is going on. Okay, we cannot guess. Okay, we cannot hope, we cannot wish. We need to know, at least to a ballpark, what is going on. If something going wrong or something, okay. So to know this, to really know and experience it, experience every layer of it, is actually implanting a sensor in our body that is a must. And that's why in chapter 4 to chapter 7 of this book is getting us to experiment with it, to play with different layers, to know, actually to know our body. It's like the human operating manual. Okay, so we know how to run the body. If we don't know how to run the body, then it's very a lot of ambiguity and confusions. Okay, and that's why if we say, well, we're going to do meditations, we're going to do qigong, but if we have no idea what's going on, how are we going to supposed to handle this thing? How are we going to supposed to progress or achieve what we want, to get the result or attain, so forth? There's no way just go oh yeah, I know the teacher said sit in the lotus posture, and then you just do this, do that, and then you now follow me, mimic me, and then you'll get it. Forget about it. Because why? Because everybody is different. Even male and female is different. And again, this is not about discrimination. It's just because our nature of our body, and also every day of us are different. So the Buddha said, particularly in one of the sutta of teaching of meditations, he said that know your body, and then you need to change method. You need to change to different type of meditation methods, because different techniques get different result. But when your body and mind cannot do it, if you do that, then it doesn't suitable for the situations. So the Buddha, yes, is in the sutta, okay, say that, okay. It's not like usually in general today we say, oh yeah, want to practice mindfulness, pay attention to your breathing. I mean, that's not what Buddha teach. Buddha said you have to learn all this thing and then watch out for your body, okay. So based on your body, you need to change different practice. You need to be able to tailor the practice for yourself for that time, okay. Now, so those 4 layers, I make this. Actually, I did not invent it also. I formulate it, I categorize it, but this is all based on the data, 1,000 years of data of the development of the Chinese, the experience of the Chinese meditation, qigong, Buddhism practice. That's where it come from, okay? But because nobody do it, so I say, okay, I'm going to formulate it because I'm an engineer. I'm going to do it, model it, so that everybody here on know the mechanism, know the process. Everybody will get the result they want, and everybody can know, oh, I'm in this state now. I'm draining. I better don't drain anymore because it's going to hurt my body. Okay? And especially when we are aging, okay, it can be knowing this or having this experience, knowing our body, can avoid a lot of problem. Okay? If say for example, if something wrong with the physical, we keeping feel tired. Well, after 2-3 days, if we cannot handle it, guess what? We need to go to see doctor. Okay? But if we ignore it, then there's a problem. Okay? Now, so there's the 4 layers. So look at it like implanting 4 sensors. And then in this mind layer, so in mind layer, you have the thinking, you have the imagination, you have the attention, you have the awareness. This is the functions of the mind. We need to know how to evoke it. If we do not know how to evoke it and use the wrong function to do the job, it is trouble. And for example, when we do math, we use thinking. Okay? We use thinking. But when we want to observe something, we don't want to think here. We want to use awareness, attention and awareness. For example, you know, you don't even have to be really tough to know, to experience this stuff. Everybody, as soon as you're a human, you know this stuff. You have the experience. It's just we have to point out what it is. Say for example, you know, there will be some time in our life that when we say, I live in San Jose, like when I visited the like the Golden Gate Park, you know, the Golden Gate Bridge in San Francisco. You stood in the Golden Gate Park over there. You look out to the bay, the sea and everything, okay? And then you can notice that ship traveling in the bay, and then you look at the bay, the big huge scenery. Well, automatically you don't think, you don't imagine, you have a suitable, comfortable attention, and you're aware of the shape and everything. Well, you use a proper function of your mind. So all this function, how we manipulate it or how we call it up or evoke it, is very important. Okay, so this 4 layer, if we do not have it implant, disregard of implant, meaning that, you know, implant the sensor in the body, we exactly know what it is. Like in this book, it get you to know what it is. When we do meditations, when we do what they call the Qigong, okay, or even daily life, we are not going to be very effective of it. And in fact, many of us do not know our physical body. Because people like to think that, oh, I think, say for example, I think my body is like this. But is that my body? No, it's not your body. To know this body is like in the book, we need to aware of each part of the body instead of, oh, I think so. I think this is my body. I think my body works this way. Well, most of us don't even aware of different joints of our body. Okay? So that's how serious it is. So there's only physical. Okay? So that's why in order to study meditations or have an effective daily living, we need to know the 4 layer models and the mind layer models. If we teach this to kids or the, you know, whoever in the junior high school, if they know this, they can handle things better. Say, well, I know this is, my mind is spinning now. okay, my energy layer is decreasing. The level of energy is decreasing. My mind is spinning. I must not study anymore because it's not going to be effective. I need to take a rest. Okay, so it's like that. Okay, so that is why it's important. Now, knowing this, let's get into really a brief on meditations. Well, so we say that there are two major types of meditation in the world, which is the Calmness Meditation or the Samatha, and then the Insight Meditation. Okay, which is like the Vipassana. Okay, it's two types. Well, do you know that humans know this thing? You don't even have to learn it. You know this stuff. Okay. So let's go through this. Okay. Having fun with it for the Calmness meditations. So Calmness meditation is for what? It's for settling you down, right? Calmness meditation is for settling you down, calm you down, right? We do it when we are kid. When we do it when we are kid. When we scare at night, somebody tell us, "Mommy is coming," or you say, "Oh, mommy, mommy," right? When you scare at night, and then you saw mommy there, mommy, mommy, you know, when you wake up in the middle of the night, mommy, mommy, well, then you settle, you calm down, and you can go back to the sleep. Or, you know, when we are in somebody's home, when we cannot sleep when you're a baby, okay, our kids, our toddlers, okay, 3, 4, 5-year-old, and maybe our aunt saying, "No worry, mommy is coming, mommy is coming." Then you say, "Oh yeah, mommy is coming." Then you settle, right? There's calmness meditations. Because we humans have the calmness, and that calmness meditation is just a way to calm us down. So what's the big deal? Okay? Now, the second thing is we do prayer, you know, like in Buddhism or in Christianity, and in all religions, you know, I mean the proper one, not cult, right? So in Buddhism, say the pray to the Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva, the compassionate Bodhisattva. Then when we are scared, we are fear, we don't know what to do. Oh, Bodhisattva, please help me. You know, I couldn't even sleep now. I'm so worried. Please help me for this. And then you sleep, or you pray. You know, like in Christian or Catholic, we pray before we sleep, so we let God take care of things. That is calmness meditations. Okay, and also when we get stressed or anything, we listen to music. It calms us down, right? Calmness meditations. And then, as what I mentioned, right? If you go, when we go to like a Golden Gate Park or somewhere high in the sky, in the hill, we look down. Okay, we look down. At that time, we don't think. We look downward, you know, to the sea, to the scenery. We don't think. And guess what? You feel settled. You feel calm down. And right away, you know what? You feel your awareness is all over the place. It's like growing outward. Say, for example, imagine that we are in some hill, okay, or say Golden Park Hill, or if you know in your city or your state, Yosemite or anything, you stand in somewhere high, you look down to the scenery. Okay, as soon as, like for example, if this is like, for right now it's around 6 o'clock, actually around 7 o'clock. If we are in Yosemite, we look down from the peak of the mountain, the hill, we see the you know, the scenery, so peaceful. Okay, and then we feel like, oh, you know, like we're aware of everything around us, you know, the entire, like our awareness feel the entire scenery. Well, that is calmness meditation. However, I purposely choose this example to show you one thing. When you see, you know, like in the peak, you look down to the scenery, you feel your awareness expand. You don't even have to be, if you're in New York, you don't even, or San Francisco or Paris, you don't even know. You don't even have to go to the peak of the mountain. You just watch out, you know, look out the window from the skyscraper or your tower. You see your, you know, you can feel your awareness so broad. Okay, that is expanding awareness. That is not mindfulness. It is not mindfulness. It is not mindfulness. Okay, that is just expansions of your awareness. When you settle down, like the water pond or water pool, when you settle down, your awareness, okay, expanded. Like your water pool settle down, it becomes so clear like a mirror. It can reflect whatever in the sky. It doesn't block itself. If the water is not settled, have all the ripple, it block itself, you will not have that. Okay, so that is awareness. That is not mindfulness. Mindfulness, what Buddha and all things, is like after you reach a certain level of calmness, meaning this is calmness, this is awareness, meaning after you attain a certain level of calmness here, and then you got your awareness here, this is the mindfulness. For us, usual normal people, is down here. We settle down, and then we feel that, oh, we have our awareness is expanding, like when we stand on top of the mountain, watch the scenery. That is not mindfulness. Okay, so be careful. You don't say, well, this be mindfulness this way, mindfulness that way. You don't want to make that mistake. Okay, mindfulness is after you have the certain level of calmness developed, and you can repeat it anytime, anywhere. Okay, so that is very important on the calmness meditations. Who doesn't know? Everybody do that. Don't you listen to music when you want to calm yourself? That's calmness meditation. So don't make it something which is magic or mysterious. And as Buddha said, there's no one size fit all. For example, at sometimes you can listen to the music and calm you down, but it's not necessary all the time. Sometimes you can do a prayer and calm you down, but it's not necessary all the time. It works. It depends on different situation. It depends on the conditions of your 4 layers of your body. Depend on that 4 layer. How is the state of it? So you use different techniques for different things. That's why you need to learn different things. Okay, so this is a brief of calmness meditations, and whatever the calmness meditation, when you go deeper, it's just a way of keeping refining the calmness. However, the basic, as I just mentioned, you know, you just recite mommy, mommy, or prayer, or listen to music, or we just simply go stand on top of the mountain, look at the scenery, you calm down too, right? But you have more techniques which is developed in the ancient, since there's so many billions of people lived before us for thousands of years, you know, since thousands of years. There are techniques developed to have different type of techniques and more in-depth techniques. So that's why we study, we learn different techniques. It's just like in the Buddhism, you learn the anapanasati, you know, the breathing, using the breathing to calm down, and all kinds of things. And you have the surangama samadhi, which is a different thing, which is using ear to listen to the sound of the nature. Okay, so you know, there's calmness meditation and so forth. Now let's go to the insight meditation. So the insight meditation, same with the calmness meditations. It's no big deal. We all do it. Okay. For example, when we are in primary school, when we like to say study mathematics, really simple mathematics, when we come down, we study mathematics, 1 plus 1 equal to 2, 2 plus 2 equal to 4, and then all those things. Okay, when we are just in elementary school, and then we get into if we calm down, we do the homework and so forth, it get to a state that, a level that, or a time that we no longer need to so rigidly study the math. We can't know, okay, this is this, this is that, oh, multiplications and additions, okay, 2 add 2 is 4, 2 multiplied by 2 is 4, they are the same, all this stuff. And people who study music, right, will have an insight on the music. And if we are very negative in our personal life, we study like Napoleon Hill positive thinking, the book Think and Grow Rich. We read it and we say, oh, aha, I know it now. Okay, so we observe something, we know something, we observe, and then we know, we observe, we have the insight. Okay, it's not thinking, we observe without using our mindset to think it has to be this way, that way, they will know. We observe it, we say, oh, now I know what it is, right? Those are insight meditations. So big deal. We all do that, right? And the insight meditation is really different from thinking. Why? Because thinking always use your past data. Say for example, if I'm a very negative person, whatever you tell me, I say, no, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. I can tell you 10 zillion things that it doesn't work. But if some days I quiet down, I just read Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich. And suddenly I say, hey, I never thought about that before. Well, what do? You do an insight meditation. Okay, that is insight meditation. Now you have insight. Say, oh, why, dummy? Why do I always think this negatively? Why always I say I cannot do it? I cannot do it. You see, after that, you don't think I cannot do it anymore. Why? You say, well, I'm going to do this step by step and think positive. As soon as you think positive, it's always better than you think negative. With whether you get solution or not, you always benefit from think positively, at least you have an alternative. If you think negatively, you're gonna bang the wall. Trapped there. So this is all insight meditation, and of course there are advanced of insight meditations. Like the Buddhists observe the impermanent and then get rebreathed up. Those are the techniques, but you need a certain calmness and certain awareness to do that. Otherwise you're stuck, because you don't have the base, the stability of the mind and the body to support the needs to get into that level. So as what I said, meditation, be it calmness or insight meditation, is not just a mind stuff. It is all 4 layers. For example, if I'm really drowsy, tired, can I do calmness meditation? I cannot. Body is tired. When I'm tired, I get grouchy. Can I do insight meditation? I get impatient, right? So all this, the 4-layer model, and all this is insight meditation, calmness meditations. We need to know what it is and how to use it. And when we know what it is and how to use it, we can use it every day. I mean, meditation is not keeping have to sit down there in the lotus and so forth. As last time I said, walking is Zen, okay? Sitting is Zen, talking, keep silence, all is Zen. So why so big deal about, oh, meditations? I want to learn this meditation. So what's meditations? It's just that. Every human have that. And we just only learning it, we only make it more effective and more refined on what or on the in the development of our awareness and the calmness, okay, calmness and awareness. So that's why that we need to put this thing into educations. If you need this information for school or anything, for elderly home, please contact me. This is not about making money. This is about we human beings need to know what the heck is going on, because the AI era is not going to be forgiving. It's going, the challenge is huge. So we need to know what we are, and then get the best from what we are. Now we cover the 4 layer models, the mind element, and then the insight meditations and calmness meditations.